Oh man, I can't wait to get into this one. Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today we having a look at the Marvel Select Gamerverse Spider-Man fig from the PS4 video game. And wow. Marvel Select, I was done with you guys. But you know I'm a Spider-Man fan. And this just... It brought me back. It really brought me back. This fig is phenomenal, guys. But you know what? Before I get into the good stuff, let me talk about the things that I don't like. A little bit of things that hold this figure could be a 10 out of 10. But it's a few things that just pull it back. Just pull it back. Let's get to it. First off, let's get this focused. First off is the head sculpt. Looks good, but the head sculpt feels like it's a little too small. It's almost like it could be on a six inch scale fig or a 6.5 inch scale, 6 3/4. That's why when you see other videos, the head can't look up because it's on this peg. It's on this peg right here. That's why the head sculpt can't look up all the way. That, the peg, and the size of the head sculpt. But I immediately modded mine and have him looking up that far. Have him looking down that far. That's the first negative gripe. The second, which is a major one, these forearms. These forearms do not match this body. I feel like whoever engineered this fig, they thought, okay, Marvel Select, Diamond Select, they're in the 7 inch scale, 7.5 inch, 7 3/4. So let's get these big forearms. It's almost like this is for that spectacular Spider-Man fig they did a couple of years ago. But as you can see, look at the elbow. The arms are too big. The forearms are way too big. And if you look at the body, it doesn't fit this body. They do not go with this body. This body is a slender, almost Andrew Garfield-like body. And it just doesn't work, which also leads to the third thing. The hands. You got these big forearms, which lead to these big hands, and sometimes the peg falls out or is a little bit loose, and they're easy to come out, sort of like the Mayfex figs. But those are the three major things that hold this awesome fig back from being a 10 out of 10. Like this. Well, with that being said, guys, with the head sculpt being too small, The forearms not matching the body and the hands being too big. With that being said, this is Diamond Selects, Marvel Selects, best Spider-Man fig they've ever done, hands down. The sculpt is there, the detailing, the webbing. Hold on, guys. Look at this. They made this fig like he's actually wearing a suit. You can see the lines in the suit, the details in the suit, all the way down the legs. It's like he's wearing material, which is perfect. The scope is phenomenal. It's just these forearms, man, and the hands. Just doesn't match. Now, the head, the articulation, like I said before, if you leave the ball joint in, you're going to get limited, very limited head movement. But if you mod it, take the ball joint out, he does everything, look up, look down, side to side, that much. Look at that. And this is a Marvel Select, guys. No paint rub so far. He has a ball joint in the waist, guys. Marvel Select. Ball joint in the waist. Which can make him lean forward that much. The legs can do the split. Come out that far. Has the double knees. Thigh cut. See. Ankle rocker. Wow. Another thing, when you go and do the, and I know they sacrificed another cut here for the sculpt, which, and I kind of understand because they're more of a sculpt over articulation company, but this is Spider-Man, guys. He's gonna shoot webs. I know you didn't put webs with him, but you didn't put webs in the packaging, but if you're gonna do the web shooters, as you see there, you could have did a cut here to make it turn so the web shooters can line up. But guys, overall, this looks phenomenal. Like, I haven't been able to put this guy down since I got him. He photographs well. It's just it's not perfect. It's not a 10. Almost. Let's get into the accessories. He doesn't come with a lot. He doesn't come with an unmasked head at all, or a different expression in the mask. But he does come with, let's get these. Does come with hands that can hold cell phone. Now this cell phone comes with the fig. Comes with another hand that can hold stuff. That's just a coffee cup I had. It does come with the wall crawling hands, which again, these, like the Mayfex Spider-Man fig, they slide out because the forearms are so big. The peg barely stays in. That, and you've seen the web hands, the web shooting hands. Which are these? Now, if you have the Mezco fig, if you have any Mezco Spider-Man, you know the webbing that they use. It's the same thing. You hook it like that, slides on, get the web shooting effect. Now let me throw it on. So once you slide the hook on, throw it on this fig to line it up. Now, like I said, the only problem is you got him shooting the web, but the web shooter isn't lined up with it, which is crazy. Come on, Marvel Select, you could have did a cut here to make this turn, but I get why you didn't do it. I get it. Now, if you guys have any of the old, or not the old, but came out a couple of years ago, but that Spectacular Spider-Man, the Disney Store exclusive that came with this mask, you can have him hold it in the partially open hand. Just plug it in like that, and he can hold it. Since he has that, let me get a unmasked head. You guys have the amazing Spider-Man fig from the first movie. I think it was the Disney exclusive one. Yeah, it was. That came with the unmasked head. You can throw that on here, because his body does look like Andrew Garfield's body, save the huge forearms. But, and if you have a custom, like you guys know I do, here's a custom Andrew Garfield head. There you go. That you can get from eBay store Action Figure Customs. I think it works well with this body. Let's bring in and if you have the Spider-Gwen Marvel Select fig, here's Gwen Stacy. No, her head is huge. But this came with the Spider-Gwen fig. Came out a couple of years ago. And the body is from iZombie. Yeah, I think series 2, I believe. So, if you want a Gwen and Peter together, you got that. So, all in all, guys, like, you won't be disappointed with this fig at all. But the main thing, let's see how he stacks up with against some villains. Some Marvel Select villains at that. So here's him against the Lizard, which is perfect. Like this body, the body that they use for this Spider-Man is perfect. Save the forearms. But there's the Lizard, which they should revisit. This is the best looking comic book Lizard on the market. It's just hindered by poor articulation, but still the best comic accurate Lizard. When you pair him with this guy, looks perfect. Here he is next to Venom. Now that is Spider-Man Venom. How they're supposed to look. That Spectacular Spider-Man that Select brought out was way too tall. It looked it was just way too tall. It was almost the same size as Venom. Almost. If I can remember. But yeah. Let's see how he looks against Carnage. So there's Marvel Select Carnage. Still the best looking Carnage on the market. I don't care what nobody says. This Carnage is phenomenal. The articulation is there. Everything that it comes with. Still the best looking Carnage. Sorry, Legends fans. I know you like... Whatever, I'm not going to even get into it. But this right here, scope-wise, scale-wise. Guys, when you look at this, tell me this does not feel like Peter Parker's Spider-Man. Like, this feels like Peter. Like, it just feels like it. Alright. Let's grab this beast. Here he is against Rhino. Look at that. Look at that. And look at how tall Rhino is compared to Spider-Man. That's perfect. Perfect. I don't have the Sandman fig. I wish I would have grabbed it, but I'm gonna go back and grab it because I saw him at the comic shop. I looked at it and I was like, I'll wait. But so here he is against Movie Lizard, which is another great sculpt. See how tall he is. Guys, this Spider-Man is... I can't go on enough about it. Like I said, guys, the detail in the suit, it's all there. The bottom of the shoes even. Look at that. Look at that. I think I'm gonna grab like a couple of more just to customize. Maybe paint the white spider black. But guys, this is getting back in focus. I just wish he came with like maybe an unmasked head. But I'm gonna use my my custom Andrew Garfield head and another masked head. But you can't go wrong, guys. If you don't want to pay, overseas prices, and I know this is not going to scale well with, other 6-inch scale figs, but if you're a Marvel Select guy and you want a Spider-Man fig that's going to go with your Spider-Man villains and go with, your 7-inch display, this is the figure for you. I'm going to go back. I'm going to go grab that Sandman immediately and grab some other figures to do toy photography with this guy. This Spider-Man, it was almost a 10. Zach Oat, listen. Marvel Select, listen. You almost had it. You were at the finish line. But these forearms and these hands just don't match up with this body mold. It's a slender Spidey, which is great, but the forearms are like just too big. Just too big. It was almost a 7 out of 10. I'll give it a 7.5. I'll push it to an 8 because it's just a phenomenal fig. But, alright guys, there you have it. Marvel Select, Gamerverse, PS4 Spider-Man. It was almost perfect. Almost. Alright guys, I'm out. Peace.